Guys, another day, another guide for another champion in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video. Today we got some shoutouts here for Tuhanarak, an amazing Void Affinity legendary champion barbarian, and I just absolutely love this champion. Since the day she came out, I have been a massive fan of Tuhanarak. Charles looking for some Tuhanarak. We have a Charles looking for some Tuhanarak. I like the name, man. We get Sergeant Major Shut Up. Got a, look at, what did he get? He got Demitha, he got Painkeeper, Inquisitor, and Tuhanarak. Can we get a Inquisitor and Tuhanarak guide sometime? Absolutely. Half of the job is going to be done today. Great stuff. Can you do a Tuhanarak? Absolutely, William. So, shout out to all of you guys who've been asking, who is Tuhanarak and what does she get out of here? Pop-ups. And what does she do? Okay, so very, very unique champion. Again, Barbarian, Void Affinity. She's a support champion as well. If we take a look at her base stats, 21k on the HP. Sounds great. 1277 on the defense and a nice speedy 106 on the speed. Base stats look very good. Sunkiss. Attack one enemy with a decreased speed for 2 turns on the A1. It's a 50% chance of the decreased speed, an often overlooked element of her kit that does still come in handy. 50% isn't that bad, and it's an essential debuff in a lot of areas. Maybe not essential. Maybe it's close to an essential debuff. It's one of my favorites, as you guys know, after, you know, the decreased attack, decreased defense weaken. Place a continuous heal on the champion for 1 turn. Also place a continuous heal for 1 turn on the ally with the lowest HP. And obviously a defense-based damage dealer here as well. She can put out a little bit of damage with her A1 and her A2 ability, so it's noteworthy there. It does add up for Hydra. Obviously, that's not her primary role, nor her secondary role, but it is worth saying. Those continuous heals do add up quite a bit as well to her healing over the course of battle. Not only herself, big version, but also the ally who needs it the most. On the A2 Radiant Suffering, this is an ability that grew on me over the years since I've pulled or had Tuhanarak. Very, very good for Hydra specifically, but of course it's really good anywhere. Attack one enemy, 100% chance of placing a decreased attack and a block buffs. Talk about essential, again, for Hydra specifically. Also applies a debuff spread. Taking 2 random debuffs, if they don't have any others, it's always going to be the decreased attack and block buffs. If they have others, then it's going to be less predictable. Taking 2 random debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies. This allows her to be a viable block buffs champion on an AoE, essentially, vis-a-vis the debuff spread against Hydra, which I will show you guys today. On Desert Fitness, no big deal. She's just working out in the des. We have an increased defense and an increased speed for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. Obviously, 2 of the most essential buffs to have now that she's bringing to the table as well on a 3-turn cooldown. Obviously, the big versions. So let's take quick inventory here. We've got increased defense, increased speed. We have decreased speed. We have continuous heals. We have a decreased attack, a block debuff on the debuff spread. But it gets better. Inviolable, her passive, removes 1 random debuff from all allies at the start of each turn. Removes 2 random debuffs instead from allies under continuous heal buffs. So obviously we have another continuous heal champion on the team alongside Tuhanarak, like an Iragrim, a Bad Alcazar. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. A Grush the Mangler, good options. That's going to be 2 random debuffs. That's insane. That's like double, obviously, what Doom Priest, and Doom Priest is amazing, is bringing to the table. There's no heal on this passive a la Doom Priest, but we have the 2 chance of debuff removal. Even if you don't already have another continuous heal champion on the team, the cool thing is she's often going to be, or, you know, almost every time this ability goes off, either she or an ally is going to be under a continuous heal from that A1, you know? So, because it happens every time she takes a turn with no cooldown. So we get that double continuous, or excuse me, that double buff debuff removal from the ally who, again, needs it the most because they're the one getting the continuous heal on that A1. So even in her own kit, it does grant a couple 2-turn, 2 debuff removals, excuse me. Jeez, if I can talk. It's very early in the morning. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. All right, let me show you how I have her built, guys, because this is, to me, it's one of those no-brainer builds. You know, suffice it to say, I'm not sure if this rule always applies, but I'm speaking in generalities here. I think that champions who are doing something awesome, every time they get a turn on their passive, it's a no-brainer relentless set. you know, because you want them to take more turns, thus, especially obviously with no cooldown on the passive, thus every time they take a turn, they're going to be doing something amazing, right? They're going to be doing it again. So if she takes that extra turn, we get a 2 or 4 debuffs removed from everybody on the team. Now, I have built 2 Tuhanaroks, both in Relentless. Here's one. Where was the other one? Do I have her, maybe the other one's not awakened. I actually have, this is embarrassing. Sorry, guys. Dirty pay to win. I have 3 Tuhanaroks. One of them, do I have them all built right now? So that's the main Tuhanarok. She's fastest. No, I stand corrected. I have a faster Tuhanarok. And then the last one is, yeah, just basically built for speed. So you can see all 3 of my builds here. I have a Relentless, and you guessed it, Relentless set on every single Tuhanarok. So that should tell you something, guys. I love Tuhanarak and Relentless. I think it's the way to go. By far and away, the best set for this champion. Now, we do need accuracy as well on Tuhanarak. You'll see that my accuracy differs depending on which stage of Hydra that I'm using these 3 Tuhanaroks on. But with all that said, accuracy is important. So if you do not have Relentless, you can go with Perception. Trip Perception on this champion works great because we also, for the same reason we want her to take more turns with the extra turn mechanic vis-a-vis Relentless, we also want her to go faster, to get more turns, right? Because we just want her to get back to everything that she does so well, the increased speed, the increased defense, most importantly, though, that passive that triggers every turn. So let's just pick a Tuhanarak. Let's pick my one Blessing Tuhanarak because we'll be able to talk about Blessing, obviously, when we talk about her. So where is she again? I guess, you know what? Here I am fishing through the names here, and I'm not even using the filter. Any of you guys ever do that? You ever catch yourself searching for a champion, and you're like, oh yeah, I can just use the filter. All right, so there it is. A Tuak the Wanderer and 3 Tuhanaroks. Walked into a bar. Sounds like the beginning of a joke. So, again, the build here, it's not really rocket science. I have 1 Perception and Relentless. I think this is probably my favorite type of build. I want to build her with some survivability. It's pretty easy to do with the scalability on the numbers, 22k and 13k rounding up on the defense HP. And then, you know, you can build her with some crit rate if you want to. As I mentioned, the damage isn't awful out of that A1, the A2, but of course you can get that through Masteries as well. Now for blessings on this champion, guys, I went with Intimidating Presence. I think it's probably the obvious choice for this champion, but let's talk about some alternatives as well. I want to strengthen my aura. You can go with Indomitable Spirit. That will help block stuns, sleeps, and fears. Dark Resolve will help block freeze, provoke, and true fear. I think people sleep on these rare blessings just generally on legendary or epic champions. I think some people look at them and they think, they're rare blessings. Who cares? Like, I don't want to even look at them. But actually, some of them are really good. Phantom Touch is another one. I have Phantom Touch on Cardial, Avoid, Legendary, you know? So, plus you get the stat bonuses for legendaries to make them, you know, equivalent to their legendary counterparts in terms of the stats, right? Other options, you could go Temporal Chains. We're building here with accuracy, obviously. You can go Brimstone with this champion. If you don't have another Brimstone champion on your team, I would go Brimstone. And for the same reason, I would go Intimidating Presence as well as the next option. Heck, you could even go Lightning Cage. This champion is viable in the arena as well. So there's a lot of areas you can use her, and you can choose your blessing accordingly. We just touched on some of my favorites there. Pretty basic mastery build on this champion, right? She can dish out a lot of damage over time with War Master, so we do want to pick up the tier 6 War Master option. So on the support side, guys, we went with Pinpoint Accuracy. We went with Charge Focus for extra accuracy. We came in and we picked up both Rapid Response and Arcane Celerity for turn meter fill off of all those debuffs and all those buffs that she's bringing on the 3-turn cooldown on the A3, not to mention the continuous heals. Both of these masteries are very, very good with this champion. I advise you guys, consider at least picking up both of them, right? We also went with Lore of Steel. She's only in a Perception set on top of Relentless, but it does help. We went Cycle of Magic because we wanted to come down and pick up, again, both of Master Hexer and Lasting Gifts. We want to extend the duration. Lasting Gifts is very important on this champion. Again, continuous heals, increased defense, increased speed. We want to extend those durations, okay? Lay on Hands will not work on this champion. Neither will Healing Savior. Neither will Merciful Aid. her heals are coming from the continuous heal, which are not going to be benefited from these masteries. Instead, we want to get the chance of extending the duration for more heals that way through lasting gifts, extending the duration of a random buff cast or of any buff, cast by this champion. Same reason for Master Hexer on the debuffs. So those are the masteries on this champion, guys. Very, very happy with this configuration, if you will. Let's go ahead and try. Well, let me show you the artifacts, really, or accessories artifacts. HP on the banner, amulet defense, ring defense, speed on the boots, obviously. We have HP percentage on the chest. We have defense percentage on the gauntlets. Pretty easy to build, right? Nothing wrong at all with going with accuracy on the banner instead of HP. Most importantly, we're trying to prioritize speed, and I can't believe that I used a 6-star speed glyph on a 1 roll. Wow, what was I thinking there? You ever look back at an artifact or an accessory and you're like, why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Anyway, let me look at another Tuhanarak, just out of curiosity here. See what I put on this one. So on the banner, we went with accuracy, which I think is more appropriate. Defense. She has enough survivability anyway that she doesn't need just like min-maxing survivability. No, let's get some extra accuracy as well as maybe even some damage if we wanted to, right? Speed on the boots, and again, we have HP percentage and HP percentage on the gauntlets and the chest piece. So again, going with HP or defense percentage on the gauntlets and chest piece, speed on the boots, and then probably accuracy on the banner, and then HP or defense on the amulet and the ring. Just make sure you have a nice little blend of both. There we go. This one actually doesn't have that much of a blend, but we still walk away with almost 3k defense, which is fine for where we're using her. Let's check the third, Tuhanarak. She's the speedy one, 293 speed, and we actually built her for some damage too. I like this build a bit better, honestly, if you can keep her alive, right? And it goes with every champion in this game. If you can keep them alive and they're never dying, right? And they're not getting aggro or anything like that, then sacrifice some HP and some defense for some speed and crit rate, right? Why not? Her accuracy is a little low there, but I mean, she's the damage-dealing version of Tuhanarak. I also have a 2-piece stone skin on her. You guys know I love putting a 1 or 2-piece stone skin or protection set on my champions because you get a 1-piece bonus. That's amazing. It's like an extra, it's like a 5th substat on these artifacts and accessories. So I actually like this. I'm going to star her as I put her as speed build right now, but I'm going to put her as attack build. There we go. And this one we'll put it as, I don't know. On this one, let's just do it together. Who cares, right? Even though she has some nice speedy gloves on, I actually want some, I'd rather have some crit rate, man. There it is, right there. No speed on it, so we lose quite a bit there. But let's just go for the gold, man. Give us some accuracy. All right. Not very good, but hey. It's speed. Speed, crit rate, gauntlets, I'm pretty much keeping if they're legendary, right? Now, at least we can deal a little bit of... We're poised to deal some damage, too, and she's still pretty fast. So I like this build as well. I'll put this as the attack. Well, we already put that as attack. We can't do attack 2. Let's go with the build 2. Build 2. Okay, whatever. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and run her in my Hydra Clan Boss team. It's going to be a long battle. I'm going to show you my best team today. Hydra, I haven't used any of my keys yet, so let's go ahead and use one. Let's do this. And let's go in here. Not my best team. That's my worst team, but it's a really fun team with King Galkabar in it and Skull Lord. This is the best team, of course, with Acresia. The crown jewel of the old account. Nekmothar, Molly Tankard. We have... Contra the Cyclone for a secondary debuffer. And then we have Improvoker. We have Tuhanarak for obvious reasons. Again, Tuhanarak is bringing in... This is the non-damaged version of Tuhanarak. I wonder if I put the damage version in there. Let's try it out, guys. Crazier things have happened here. We're going to lose the aura, the speed aura, but it's not that big of a deal, right? Let's go instead by... I guess I just have to go down, right? Where's my... Okay, let's go with the build... 2, right? Oh, let's use build 3. This is the one with the attack build that we just spoke about that was, that had that high speed, 293, right? In terms of stat priorities for this champion, certainly speed, and accuracy, some survivability. So, you can see that obviously every time that she goes, right on the left here, that's Radiant Suffering. You can see the debuff spread, not too bad, right? So really, debuff spread is... Obviously, it's predicated on what debuffs you have on the team, right? But it's an underrated ability. It's really cool to just attack one enemy and then just spread them over. Obviously, you could say, yeah, but isn't that like the same as an AoE? Yes, but at the same time, it's not. It's cool. It's nice to have. It's better than not having it. Let's put it that way. All right, here comes Acrisia with a shutdown ability. No big deal, just smacking around for around 700k damage. Let's go. We got a decreased turn meter here on this Tuhanarak. I'm interested to see how much damage she puts out here. With that, those are her buffs: increased speed, increased defense. Obviously, I do want to take a quick little break here and go to hellhades.com. These are the blessing recommendations on various other areas: Hydra Clan Boss, Intimidating Presence, or Cruelty. We have Polymorph or Brimstone for the arena or late game. Interesting there. We have a 4.1 strong rating and a 5.6 strong rating damage multipliers on the A1 and the A2. As I mentioned, she can actually put out some damage. I didn't even mention her aura, but she has accuracy in all battles, which is not bad at all, man. Very, very good. By 70, that can make a big impact, especially if you pull her early. Other areas of the game, they give her a 4.5. I would give her a 5, honestly, Tuhanarak. Clan Boss, 4 out of 5. Hydra, 5 out of 5. Doom Tower, 5 out of 5. Iron Twins, 4.5. Ice Golem, 5 out of 5. Very good in Ice Golem. Ice Golem hard, she's very good as well. Cleansing off all those debuffs, keeping everybody alive, keeping everybody fast. All obvious reasons, right? Fire Knight, 4.5. The Fire Knight hard, 4.5. Dragon, 4. I mean, you can use her in so many different areas. Look at Doom Tower. Magma, 4. Frostbiter, 4. This is incredible, right? This versatility that she brings to the table, and it's obvious as to why. She's a jack of all trades. She brings essential buffs, she brings a built-in cleanse, and some essential debuffs, all to the table. From a pretty tanky champion, pretty easy to keep her alive. Magma Dragon, Frostbiter, Nether Spider, Scarab King, Eternal Dragon, Celestial Drift, and Dreadhorn. All 4 stars or higher. And then Dark Faya, 3. Man, a lot of versatility coming from this champion. I absolutely love it. She's a really, really special champ, guys. Congratulations if you pulled her. You really do have one of the best in the game. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'm going to let this run out. It's going to take quite a while, so I'll come back to you guys in a little bit, and we will see the results of my best Hydra Clan Boss team as part of the second week at this time of this recording of Hydra Clash. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so 271 million damage on Nightmare. Tuhanarak put out 10 million in the damage department and 2.2 in the heals. Not too bad. What I wanted, Acrisia, obviously 133. Michinaki, a very respectable 72. Molly, 16 million. Nekmothar, 19 million, in case you guys were curious, with 18 coming from Contra. I'm not happy with this result, though. I want in the 370 range. So I'm actually going to redo it, but this is good enough for the video. But it is Hydra Clash. So you guys like me, regardless of how many points you get, are you like, okay, I can do better, especially now the last 2 weeks. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. Much love, and as always, take care, guys.